Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Hello. Good morning. Actually, good afternoon. How are you guys? How was your weekend? How was it relaxing? Was it exciting, entertaining? Do you perch yourself? Do you perch your brain? Relax. Hey, Captain Crunch, where are you going? He's been a little bit tired. He actually went out walking this morning, and down here in California, Southern California, and pretty much part of the whole California, we've been under a heat wave and humid. So it was like over 100 degrees this weekend here in California, and mostly in San Diego. And I hope you're keeping cool. I hope everything is fine with you guys. Captain Crunch seems to be requiring some assistance. Captain Crunch, come over here. He wants to probably go out. So I hope you guys are doing well. And this week, we actually have a very interesting week for you guys. It's the last week of August, and we want to touch into a very interesting topic that most of us think about it, but we don't realize what we're doing. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to go over business mindset. Business mindset. It's actually really interesting because, for instance, this last weekend and last week, Tony Robbins had his business mastery program, and part of that business mastery, it's actually position you. It's not position your business. It's actually positioning you, the business owner, the entrepreneur, the solopreneur, the person that wants to generate their own employment or their own job, right? You want to go into business to generate your own job. That's fine. That's perfect. That's your decision. That's not an entrepreneur. That's just a business operator, self-employed. But nevertheless, regardless of the title of whatever you want to call yourself, your mindset must be there. Your mindset must be there. One thing is the desire or the wish of opening and operating a business, and the other thing is actually taking immediate action and doing it. I've actually talked about this. We've discussed it multiple times. I discuss it with hundreds of solopreneurs, self-employed individuals that call themselves business owners, and they're just like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Or oh, no, I'm not going to do it. Should I do it? Oh, I'm not going to do it. And they actually blame everyone and their mother, and because they haven't even started it. Everything, it's an external factor, the reason that they've not started it. And when I actually go and tell it to their face, and I say to them, nope, it's not the money. Nope, it's not the perfect or the excellent business plan. No, it's not. The problem is you. It's your mindset. Okay? It's your mindset. So when we come to talk about mindset, we actually have to start with us. Okay? It's not the mindset of the business. Not at all. It's us. And Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, the dog trainer, he actually says something really, really, really truthful. He does not train your dog. He actually trains you, the dog owner. Okay? Dogs are very intelligent. You can actually train the dog. But first of all, you have to be trained. It's you. So just to give you a little context, mindset, it's training your mind, your brain to think differently. Mindset is to change your stupid limiting beliefs to move you from your comfort zone. Shit. I'm throwing a shitload of bricks at you on a Monday. Yes, Mondays are amazing. Mondays are great. That's a good mindset. So maybe you have wondered why our podcast is called Lunch with a Shark. Let me tell you one thing. I consider myself a shark when it comes to business. And not in a bad way. Most of us, the definition, or we imagine a shark based on the definition, or when it comes to business, a dishonest person. Well, I am now a no dishonest person. So what does it mean to be a shark in business? The term shark has become very popular by one show, the Shark Tank. You have to read to take over, you have to be ready to take over the competition. You have to be willing to face challenges head on. You have to be open to possibilities. And mostly, you have to be able to recover quickly to move on to your next project. That's a shark. Experience gives you those shark teeth. And those shark teeth are not there to bite you and to drain you and to kill you. No, they're not. Those shark teeth are there due to experience and learning. Due to experience and learning. Those shark teeth, okay, or the process of becoming a shark takes time, takes energy, takes effort, takes a shitload of money. Yes. It takes a shitload of money to become a business shark. An entrepreneur must be an entrepreneur to their core. You cannot just call yourself an entrepreneur and not live it, feel it, breathe it, eat it. You must really be what you want to be. You must really live as an entrepreneur. I'm going to give you an example. Oh, you know what? I am going to open my own LLC because you're too expensive. Well, that limiting mindset, that limiting belief, it's actually positioning you for a small business. It's not opening your mind to possibility of growth. Most of our business education online teaches us to do everything on our own. Yes, we are taught to do everything on our own. Even when it comes to fixing your house, your home, do it yourself. Paint yourself the wall. Lay yourself the tile. Grout it. There's even videos online that teach you how to do it. But you know what? I can do it. Yes, I can paint a wall in my house. But I think that my time, it's better applied doing something else than painting a wall. I prefer to generate some revenue with my time so I can pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 individuals to paint my house. That mindset, it's going to get me far. It's not limiting me. So that's what I say, or that's what I mean when it comes to an entrepreneur must be an entrepreneur to their core. It's amazingly interesting that when you become an entrepreneur, or you say, I want to become an entrepreneur, you actually truly become an entrepreneur, follow entrepreneurs that you admire. Follow successful entrepreneurs that they've done what you want to do. Follow entrepreneurs, business owners that are currently where you want to be. But do you really know where you want to be? Do you really know who you want to be? Uh, a simple exercise is, which company do you admire and which company do you want to become when your business matures? Because one problem is that when we first open our business, we want a magic pill, or we want to just stick that key into the door and become the company that we admire. The competition that has been there for 20 years. Oh shit, they're selling or they're bringing in $100 million in revenue a year. So you open the door and you expect $100 million of revenue a year. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay? So an entrepreneur must be entrepreneur to the core. In the same way that a shark, it's a completely a shark. Sometimes when you're making business decisions, most of us, our feelings go into play, our emotions, our gut. When it comes to business, it's white or white, white or black. There's no middle point. Sometimes negotiations and things like that. But decisions are cold cut, cutthroat. Yes or no. Plain and simple. Yes or no. Hire or fire. If your employee or team member is not doing it well, 1, 2, 3 times, you're out. Oh, I'll give him another opportunity. Oh, I'll give him another opportunity. Oh, I'll give him another opportunity. What leads you to believe that giving him 10, 20, 50, 100 opportunities, he's going to change? I just had a case last week when somebody from one of our clients called me and said, you know what, what's your advice? We have an employee, a team member that the owner requested him a couple of things, and his response was, well, if I have time, I'll do it. What? They called me to ask me if they should fire him or not. I immediately said he should be let go immediately, period. But there's no buts. You're calling me to make the hard decision for you, the dirty job. That's what we're here for. Period. I don't care. It is what it is. If the owner asks you to do something, first of all, because of him being the owner, yes, you should not immediately say yes to that. But don't reply or respond, I'll do it if I have time. Well, you find the time. You make the time. You structure your day, so you do that in the beginning, and then if there's something pending, you put it to the back. Well, however it is, whatever it is. So, needless to say, this individual was let go today. Things had been accumulating. It's not the only thing that was incorrect with this individual, but sharks are not afraid to make decisions when it comes to business. As in the ocean, sharks are not afraid to attack. Sharks smell the blood. Sharks smell the fear. To be a successful entrepreneur, though, you must balance these 4 traits and utilize them to maintain and run your business. So let's talk about these 4 traits that you must have to your core. Remember, your business has to match your own set of values and beliefs. Now, as we go older, our values and beliefs shift. Okay? Reevaluate your values and beliefs. You must have some very limiting beliefs. Trust me, we all do. We all do have limited beliefs. So get rid of them. Get rid of them. The first one is sharks are adaptable. Okay? Sharks, through their many species and types, and we're talking about the animals, okay, have grown to adapt and evolve to their thrive in many types of oceans and temperatures. Okay? So let's equate the animal to the individual in business. Okay? And we're talking about honesty, we're talking about good values, we're talking about making coherent decisions, rationalized, okay, reasoned, and not taking advantage of individuals or situations. Okay? You must be aware of that. Okay? So in business, entrepreneurs must be capable of doing the same. You, as an entrepreneur, you have to learn to adapt immediately. What happened with COVID-19? Did you adapt it? Did you shift it? What happened? Were you able to adapt? Were you able to rethink, reanalyze, create a new business model, adjust your business model? Or are you still stuck inside this box with a cover? And are you there kneeling in the corner waiting for things to pan out? Or did you adapt it to the atmosphere? Do you adapt it to the new ocean, to the new temperature? Okay? Entrepreneurship is not for faint of heart. Not at all. No, you can be fainted of heart. You cannot be a softie. You must grow a shell, unfortunately, when it comes to business. When it comes to business, there's a couple of things that are in jeopardy or in play. And one of the most important things is your reputation and your state, your money. So you have to protect that. You have to protect it. So when it comes to money, you must be really faint of heart. Unless you want to lose a shitload of money, or you pull the plug, you pull the trigger, whatever it is. But you cannot be faint of heart when it comes to entrepreneurship. The environment, the market, customers, product, and the entrepreneurial himself, it's always changing. If you expect your clients to be the same year after year, every step of the way in your business, it's not. Let's just go a step back and remember your first client, your first customer, and look at your current customers. If you've been in business 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, even 6 months, you're shifting, you're changing. Your customers are changing. Your product or your deliverables are changing. Every time it's changing. There's consistency, but you always change. Okay? Entrepreneur himself is always changing, and we should be changing. We cannot stay the same way as we are. Okay? So if you can't adapt, you're simply not going to make it. You're simply not going to make it. Other sharks out there are going to smell the fear, are going to smell the blood, and they're going to attack. There's sharks out there that are unethical. They're fearless. And I'm going to give you an example of a direct shark that is waiting for you to fail or show some weakness. Your competition. Your competition, it's there waiting so they can take over. Your competition, even though they're not watching what you're doing because they don't care. You should not care. You should just analyze your competition. They're just there waiting for you to die. Sharks do what it takes and aren't afraid of the distance. Most sharks are especially active in the evening and night when they hunt. Some sharks migrate over great distances to feed and breed. This can take them over entire ocean basins. Are you working long hours? Remember, there must be a balance. But at the beginning stages of your business, at the beginning stages of your sharkhood, to call it that way, you must be willing to put in the effort, the long hours. Are you in it for the long haul? And are you willing to travel the distance required by your company or your ideas? Or are you going to throw the towel at the very first sight of problems or issues? Are you going to throw the towel immediately after the first unhappy customer? Or are you going to throw the towel immediately after your first marketing campaign that does not pan out or give you the results that you want? Hey, this is a persistence and resistance run. This is not a just one shot and next. No, this is trial and error. Entrepreneurship is trial and error. Doesn't work, change it, do it, change it, do it, change it, do it, change it. Fuck. Sharks travel distances just to find a prey and eat it. I'm not equating a client or a competitor or whatever to a prey. But are you willing to go the extra mile for your clients, to acquire clients? Your company or your idea, they must go as far as possible. You have to make it happen. How are you going to make it happen? By distorting the market, by thinking outside the box. I cannot drill that mindset enough into your head. By distorting the market, by going the extra mile, by adding value to your business proposition. And let me tell you one thing. I'm going to give you an example of the cleaning industry business. Okay, you're in the industry of cleaning offices or houses. Distorting the market, it's not utilizing organic or chemical-free ingredients. No, people, that is not distorting the market. Distorting the market is not following current laws and regulations, procedures according to the CDD for entering premises. That's not distorting the market. Added value, it's not delivering what you're promising to your client. That is not added value. Fuck. That's what you're hired to do. That is not added value. So really think about it. It's not complicated as to how to distort the market and how to add value. Leaving a piece of chocolate after you clean, like if it was a hotel room where they do and tuck your bed and leave you a chocolate, that's not adding value. Okay? Think as if you were the customer. Put yourself in the shoes of your customer. Okay? Period. Sharks learn what they need to and then fend for themselves. When sharks pups are born, they hang out for only a short period of time and come prepped with what they need to take care of themselves. Interesting. Interesting. Entrepreneurs must filter through the nonsense and learn what they need to from the environment, and at the end of the day, nothing trumps experience and the act of doing. We said it at the beginning of this conversation. Sharks are full of experiences. Sharks are not just going around and biting people to make them bleed and take them over. That's dishonest. That's not right. Sharks are full of knowledge and experience. Don't please try to compare yourself if you're in the starting stages to a company that's been around for 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 years in your same industry. It's not conducive to a healthy mindset. But do visualize yourself like those companies in that time, or even less, but do whatever is necessary to be there with a team to support you. So you must filter through the nonsense and learn what they need from the environment. And at the end of the day, nothing trumps experience in the act of doing. Read, read, read. You're going to learn tons of things by reading. But what's going to help you the most by reading is you're going to learn from the experiences of those entrepreneurs. Successful leave crumbs along the way, because at the end of the day, your mindset is going to shift, that you are no longer going to care about the wealth, the money that is going to come in from your business. You're gonna care about the business environment. You're going to care about what you're adding value to your community. And entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs, what they want is to create more successful entrepreneurs. They're true leaders. And those books written by them or by their ghostwriters, they're giving you their knowledge so you can apply it. They are actually shortening your learning curve. So experience triumphs. We're responsible for our own decisions. You're gonna, here, business theory and business knowledge, or whatever it is, has not changed. The principles and basics of economy and business have not changed. Okay, so what do you expect to know that it's new? Nothing. Everything is the same. Okay, so I am pretty sure that most of us business owners, entrepreneurs, we encounter the same problem at the same levels as we are. If you get along, or if you go to a mastermind or to a group of individuals that are your current level, you're going to find out that yes, they have the same freaking problems that you do in your business. And the solution is going to be the same to the problem that you currently have to business owners 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And those business owners, entrepreneurs, successful, have left those crumbs, those solutions in the books. That's simple. The problem is that we try to overcomplicate things by overthinking them or utilizing our stupid beliefs. That limits our mindset. Sharks aren't typically dangerous. Sharks aren't typically dangerous. You can even swim with them. Some type of sharks, though. When people think of sharks, they often think of cold-blooded killers like the movie Jaws. Shark attacks. Monsters that can smell blood from miles away in the ocean. They do. Ready to pounce on their kill. They do. Truth is that out of 470 species of sharks that exist in the world, only 4 of those had been identified in attacks on humans. Wow. 4 out of 470 species. If you're one of the 4 more aggressive types, you may be driving out your employees, your team, your customers, or even ruining your product or idea. How about that? We said it from the get-go. The definition of shark in business, we equate it to a dishonest person, especially one who persuades other people to pay very little for their businesses, kill them, attack them. So no. Mercifulness. So no. If you're one of those 4, you might be that dishonest person. You're driving away your employees, your team, your customers. Maybe you're ruining your own product and ideas. While sharks are aggressive, they know when to be fed. Surprising seals and sea lions, they're tactical in their aggression. They're tactical in their aggression. They're tactical when they prey. Don't be one of those sharks. Don't be one of those 4 type of sharks. One of the biggest traits of being a shark, it's not to be emotional when it comes to business. Here are a few ways of how to be emotional when it comes to business. Don't coddle your employees. If you're in a position of management, one of your major assignments is to see that your staff commits to projects as necessary. You'll need to manage their day-to-day activity to keep them on track. Although you want them to do a good job, coddling employees through the process, it's something you should avoid. Don't. Even though you're trying to micromanage them, don't. Let them be. Let them be. Never take work-related matters personally. It's a bit difficult. Most of us, it may seem unfair that you haven't been picked to attend the big conference at the beach, but consider that you may be a key employee needed to stay behind or that the topic would benefit your position. Remember that you're in a professional setting and decisions are made for the betterment of the company, not your personal preference. Remember, also, nothing is personal. Everything is about the business. Everything is not about you. Okay? So if a decision is made that does not benefit you or that does not go based on your beliefs, it's not personal. Don't take it personal. Manage your personal emotions. From obsessive crying to making rash decisions, get control of yourself when you're at work. Snap out of it. Not only can it affect how your superiors feel about how capable you are on the job, but it can be dangerous during crunch times when you need to behave rationally. Take your time to think about your actions and keep your cool even when someone or something is pushing you to the limit. I'm not talking about bullying. I'm not talking about any issues in the business or work environment that actually affects you in your persona. I'm talking about business decisions. I'm talking about business meeting your deadlines. If it's crunch time, don't panic. I'm gonna tell you a true experience that I had, and that actually affected my business, my restaurants. When I opened my restaurant Zio in Tijuana, I actually made the mistake of hiring 3 chefs to handle my kitchen. Three. And as you know, or as you might know, chefs are artists. They create. Okay, so they're very emotional. They're very temperamental. Imagine 3 of them in one kitchen at the same time. One was managing the call section or the call stations. Another one was managing hot station, and another one was managing the pastas. The first days that we opened the restaurant was chaos. Was big, humongous, tons of people. So it got to a point one of those days that I saw that no plates were coming out from the kitchen. So I immediately went into the kitchen, and guess what? My 3 top stars, my 3 chefs, were in the corner crying because they had no freaking idea what the hell to do. Even though they knew what to do or how to prepare the plates or whatever, they were overwhelmed. At that point, at that moment, it made me realize that I've made a mistake of hiring the 3 of them. They were temperamental. They weren't reacting. They weren't acting. They weren't performing. They weren't delivering. They were scared. They were overwhelmed. So if that happens to you, snap out of it. Take your time to think about your actions and keep your cool even when someone or something is pushing you to the limit. What happened in this instance? I actually immediately call the cooks. I moved the chefs out. I brought in cooks, people that are soldiers, people that know how to burn themselves in the grill. Because the chefs were there just to create. They weren't there to deliver. They didn't deliver. After that incident, one of them left, and so forth. Like, they left on their own. They weren't capable of. But the soldiers, the true sharks in the kitchen, pulled it through. Now, a good question to you is, when this thing's happening, is like, what's the worst that could happen if it's this? You're not going to die, unless it's a life or death situation, but you're not going to die. What's the worst that can happen? You can lose your job? Fuck, I can lose my job, period. Then I can go and find another job. Maybe you weren't even happy at that job. That's the worst that can happen. What's the worst that can happen? Then multiply it by 10. If it's death, there's nothing else that can happen. But it's not going to be death. What's the worst that can happen? You can punch the shark and swim away. By being a shark, you will have the skills to take a bite out of the competition in your industry. If you have questions about how you can be a shark for your business, visit us at invictus-advisors/shark, and let's have a conversation. I'll be more than happy to help you train to become a shark. To train. Okay? You must train to become a shark. Make sure you follow us on social media at Invictus Advisors, on YouTube, and to the Take Lunch with a Shark on Spotify. Also, we're continuing with our Kids series of young entrepreneurs or young sharks. And I hope you have an amazing week. I hope this week we can do a little bit of shift on your mindset and help you walk through that door hole that it's your limiting belief. And we're gonna finish today's with one of the most liked sharks at Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, quote, and he says, "I am not a tough guy. I'm just delivering the truth and only the truth. And if you can't deal with it, too bad." Let me repeat that. I am not a tough guy. I am just delivering the truth and only the truth. And if you can't deal with it, too bad. That's a quote from a real shark. If you can't handle the truth, move. Either you're shit or get off the pot. Period. If you're consultant or advisor, it's just saying to you, yes, 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 whatever you want, yes, 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 change it. You don't have a consultant or advisors. He's just following your opinion and whatever you want to hear. It's tough to hear the truth. It's tough to somebody else to point you your reality. It's great talking to you. See you tomorrow. Bon appetit.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with the Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.